The opening credits, the way I start my shit off. We been getting money while these niggas been asleep, dog. I'm so old school and I'm still playing leapfrog. Crawl before you walk, that's really what I'm trying to teach y'all. Y'all niggas and bitches will never learn. If you never have discipline, nigga, you never earn. Stay the fuck away from people who look for the blood to burn. I know that family and friends always gon' fake like they concerned. And y'all don't know what I've been. Tell me what I can and can't do. I walk through the fire with them Jordan 4s, still in the game and they still rooting for the boy. Grown man boss, real nigga shit. These niggas fake, man, ain't none of them really rich. Money, no money, and we don't know y'all. We been really in the trenches, we got niggas on the yard. 23 and 1 and never see the sun. They been in so long, they never seen their sons. And it's the type of shit that we go through. Living on faith, man, and trying to be hopeful. A lot of dreams buried in the cemetery. The game they playing out here, y'all know it's very scary. I keep my heart cold like October to February. I'm trying to hit on every number like I'm Jerry. Go large or go home. I'm in the zone like I'm 2-3. And I'm playing with an attitude. Timberwolves, KG. I talk slick, nigga know that I'm nasty. And when it's wartime, know that we ain't trying to be classy.
Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Allow them to have an enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, to feel peace and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
Yeah, what up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Epps. We're in the building. My bad. Yeah, man. Boy DJ Epps, we in the building, man. Rushing here to the crib, man, after a great football game, junior high football game with my son. Yeah, man, Somerset Balance, and my son did it up with the team, man. Yeah, big shout to the Panthers, 42 Panthers. I mean, Balin 14. They did it up. They did it up, man. My son made me proud, man. So big shout to Zay and all that. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Titty Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? It's Tuesday with your boy DJ Epps and my man AV Alpha Villain in the building. AV, what's up, baby?
What's poppin'? What's poppin', V? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I can't complain, man. I'm here. I'm alive. You know what I mean? We here. We here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Shout out to young Zay. Did his thing on the field, making you proud.
Yeah, definitely, man. It was a great game and all that, man. How you doing, man? How's your week?
Chilling. I'm chilling.
I know you had a little situation. You was a little under the weather, man. Everything good?
Yeah. I'm here, man. Yeah, I had some strep throat last week. You know what I mean? I talk a lot. You know what I mean? On my morning show. Make sure you guys check out my morning show on YouTube. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel, Alpha Villains. I got a morning show called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. Weekday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, I'm back, man. We good. I took a week off. I didn't do any content. But we back in the building tomorrow, man. What's good?
Okay, good, man. I'm glad you better. I'm glad you're feeling good and all that
yeah.
good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So,
40 ain't never too late. Peace, peace.
There's a lot of things we gotta unwrap. We gotta unfold a lot of things, man.
All right.
You know what I mean? First of all, you know, big shout to everybody that's in tune with the Hip Hop Awards show. You know what I mean? Shout to Fat Joe hosting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's another win for hip hop. You know what I mean? That's a great situation. So
Word.
big shout to Joe. Big shout to the whole staff over there at the Hip Hop Awards show. I don't know why, but people kept calling me or tagging me and saying, I saw you at the award show. I'm like, I'm here in Miami. I'm not at the award show. So
somebody's impersonating DJ Epps and shit. We got to find out. There's only one Epps, though. There's only one Epps.
I got to find out what that is right there, man. So I'm going to go review the tapes in a little bit. But shout out to everybody that's in the building with us, man. You know, we want you to comment as well. We want you to ask questions as well. Everybody on Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, all that good stuff. AV, once again, you got a crazy morning show. You know, let's talk about the morning show, man. How's it going over there on YouTube?
Yeah. You know, YouTube is a different animal than Instagram, but it's good though, man. It's definitely a grind. But yeah, man, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check it out, Alpha Villains, man. I got a morning show called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. Weekday mornings, we talk about a series of topics, man. We're gonna touch on a couple of things. Tomorrow's show is basically gonna be it's the title of tomorrow's show is The Red Pill is for Kids, and basically. And for those of you guys who know the popular Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, these are guys that talk about red pill topics and shit like that, relationship dynamics. And, you know, ever since I started this, you know, content creator journey, the red pill community and the content has taken a turn where it initially, from my understanding, was to empower and make men better. But it seems to me, in my opinion, it's taking a turn where it's basically just trying to teach men how to finesse women, how to outsmart women and do shit, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, from my perspective, women is only a third of what a man should be. You know, if you ain't got your shit together, you shouldn't even be worrying about women, what they doing, what they wearing and shit like that. So I think for me and my platform and my channel, I want to focus on the other 2/3 of what men should be. Masculine, number one, and how to be have the right mindset, because a lot of men are very feminine. They're very timid, and they don't know how to lead any type of, you know, if they got kids, their relationship and shit like that. So that's gonna be tomorrow's show, man. The red pill is for kids, because right now grown ass men are teaching guys and men how to finesse women, and on the back end they ain't got their shit together. So I want to talk about that shit.
Definitely, man. We're looking forward to that, man. So check out Alpha Villain on YouTube, morning show.
Yeah.
And y'all should go ahead and definitely peep that out. Big shout to everybody that said they're not even watching it because they're here with us. So we appreciate that.
Salute. Word. Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Shout to Gigi Gonzalez. Shout to my man DJ Drop. Shout to Tony Magnum in the building. Shout to
peace.
Yeah, man. Goya CLK in the building. She Rub 1804. What up, Zoe? You know what I mean? Coan Music, I see you. Facetious, I see you. J Love, I see you as well. Listen, let's address the elephant in the room, man. Like, you know, your boy Kanye done it again, man.
Yeah,
man. Kanye did it again. But why is everybody surprised? Like, he once upon a time told you guys that he's going to utilize social media to fuck with people's head. He told you that. You know what I mean? Why are you surprised? I look at it, when that shit came up, when I saw it, I'm like, he did it again. And guess what? Y'all falling for it again. You know what I mean?
Right. This is the same man that said slavery was a choice. This is the same man that says that George Bush doesn't like black people. This is the same man. This is the same man that wore a MAGA hat, make America great again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you 1,000%, man. One thing that Kanye can do is definitely make people talk about him. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, whatever he's doing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, what Epps is referring to is that shirt. You know, he had a fashion show recently, and he wore a shirt that says White Lives Matter. Now, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, it's no big deal. But what he responded a day later and basically said that everybody knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. So now it's over. So to me, Kanye is basically just trying to let everybody know that because Black Lives Matter was a scam, he's just trying to say that White Lives Matter is a scam too. In the sense where, like, anyone that's protesting, I mean, it's obvious. Human life, you know what I mean, matters. It doesn't really fucking, you know what I'm saying? So he's just trying to stir some shit up because he's probably coming out with an album. But it's everybody got their panties in a bunch. But what was his name and shit? Boosie. Boosie was flipping about it too, man. He was saying, calling him a coon.
Yeah, Boosie went at him saying, yo, man, why y'all even allowing this, man? Y'all need to, you know, this guy right here, yeah, cancel him, you know what I mean? And on a side note, don't get it twisted, man. There's a couple of DJs hit my DM, and I'm seeing they're trying to make a movement by not playing this man's record no more. Like, it gets deep, man.
Yeah, cancel culture is real, man. Cancel culture is real. And you know, like I said, a content creator, you know, a lot of us, and I'm sure you're in this position too sometimes, you know what I mean, with your alliances that you have. There's certain things that you can't co-sign, right, if it's deemed as controversial. Sometimes our mouths and hands are tied because we have to answer to an algorithm, or you know, I can't say bitch even though I don't mean it in a bad way, shit like that. Mm-hmm. So the thing is this, Epps, the people, your followers, your supporters, my subscribers, my supporters, they're the ones that really are in control of this shit. So at the end of the day, we really can't be canceled unless our fans and our supporters cancel us. So another nigga not wanting to play his music just basically means that the people who support us got to step up and support him. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess freedom of speech is something that's a scam too, because the truth is censored always, you know what I mean? And, you know, people saying that they're not going to play his records, but I think he'll be fine, man. This is part of his shtick. This is part of the thing that he does.
So he's putting out some new music. I noticed he got the choir out. He's
he's definitely doing some stuff. I mean, this is the format, Epps. You know, whenever an artist comes out, I mean, you know, they start to do some crazy shit. They start to get their mouth in the press and shit like that. So they can be relevant, you know. So basically, he's just trying to steer the conversation. As a matter of fact, he has some other issues too with Virgil Abloh. Virgil Abloh of Off-White, the famous designer who recently died. You know, a lot of people are talking about him, saying that Kanye is fake because him and Virgil weren't really talking. So Twitter, Instagram, social media really has it out for Kanye. But, you know, I saw an interview with him and I watched a documentary, and he's one of my favorite rappers. You know, he said a line that I always remember. He says, name one genius who went crazy. So at the end of the day, man, we don't know. I know he's definitely off, but when he did shit like this, man, I think it's part of a strategy to get his, you know, to get some popularity back and to get people's names, get his name in people's mouths.
If you think Kanye should be canceled, everybody should type in cancel right now. If you don't think so, don't cancel Kanye. You know what I mean? I want to see the comments lit up. I mean, I want to know what everybody's thinking about, man, because
I think Kanye's necessary, man. I think he's necessary. I think people who are outspoken, who are not afraid to go against the grain, is necessary. Even though sometimes, man, there are people in this world, Epps, that have to fall on the sword for people to open up doors for other people. Like, you know, this freedom that we have in America, all these soldiers that died in Ukraine and shit like that, on wars, they died for us to be able to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Kanye, even though a lot of people don't like him, they don't understand him, and maybe he's a clown sometimes, he's very necessary because he's opening up doors on what to not do, and he's pushing boundaries so people that are behind him can say, maybe I could do something better and improve on what he's doing. So I don't think we should censor people, because when you want to censor somebody, now you kind of don't know where they're at. You don't know what they're thinking. I'd rather you talk so I can kind of assess what you're doing, and that way I can handle you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and manage you.
Right. Kanye's a clown. Big shout to Goya. Anything for attention, social media. I get it.
Yeah.
Sib, what's up, Sib? Team Epps in the building. She said
Sib,
only God can judge. Absolutely right. Going back to Boosie. you know, Boosie recently was pulled over, you know what I mean, and telling the cop that he, no matter what, he's gonna smoke his weed. Is Boosie looking for it, man? Is he trying to make sure that he's not behaving in front of these? I think patrol officers that he's running into on purpose. Like it seems like he's going in the same route, same routine, the same area where these cops are being, you know, they standing or patrolling at, and he keeps running by them and running into a situation with them and smoking weed in front of them and all that stuff, man. What is Boosie up to?
Yeah, he's basically trying to hit a lick. He's trying to hit a lick. You know what I mean? He got his cameraman ready. Every time he go in that same direction, cameras are on, recorders are on. He's basically just trying to make an example and pushing the limits to see if there's some type of police brutality. That's the only explanation that I have of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hit a lick. That's all.
Yeah. Big shout out to DJ Cricket. Also, on Boosie, there was something that he had mentioned too. What was it, man? And we're just gonna segue into this situation too. Boosie was saying that they should take the Jeffrey Dahmer movie off for Netflix because of, you know, what is portraying and what was done to black people in that movie and so on. Have you seen it?
Did you see it? Yeah, I saw it.
I'm halfway through it. I'm halfway finishing. I'm finishing.
What do you think so far? What do you think so far?
I think you know, it's definitely disgusting. You know what I mean? It's definitely you know, I'm not too sure if he was just targeting black people. You know what I mean? There was a majority. I get it. There was a majority, but I don't think it was just black people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I think it's worth a watch. I think the acting was phenomenal. I think that the storyline was very interesting. It's a heinous crime, and you know, a lot of people rather turn a blind eye. But I think, like I said, just like with censorship, I think things like that, you know, it's not like we're glorifying. Yeah, Netflix profiting off of this story, but it happened, right? Now it depends on your perspective. You got to look at shit like when you censor people, you don't know what they're thinking, you don't know what they're capable of. When you see the Jeffrey Dahmer story, you see a mild-mannered kid who you can go to any school nowadays and shit, and you see these kids look awkward. Men are socially awkward. They don't know how to talk. They're frustrated with women, etc. People are on their phones, so they don't know how to communicate. So there's a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers out there right now, just based on the way that people move and the way that they act. So if you don't watch this story, you're gonna kind of overlook these behaviors. And I really think that even though it was crazy, you can learn a lot from this story. You know what I mean? To how to be cautious, how to protect your kids, tell your kids what to look out for, the red flags and shit like that. Now, as far as Boosie's concerned, life is life. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just target black people. The majority of his victims were black, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to take it off. I mean, life is life, right? Whether it's black, white, it's somebody that was a victim to his madness. But I think it's a necessary evil that we have to see, because at the end of the day, you know, these type of crimes, man, happen every day. And just because they don't have a tattoo, beard and shit, they're big and shit, they walk crazy, doesn't mean they're not dangerous. So people need to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Gigi, say what you feel, girl. Like, you know what I mean? We want to know. We want to hear from you guys, man. Everybody, if you just chimed in, man, this is my man AV, Alpha Villains. He's here on Tuesdays with me. You know what I mean? We talk about what's going on in this crazy world. Also, big shout out to Joy from Love and Hip Hop Miami. She's going to be with us next Tuesday.
Nice. Peace.
We're going to talk to Joy. In case you don't know who Joy is, she's part of Hip Hop Miami, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Also, Trick Daddy's ex-wife, or probably still wife. I'm not too sure. Well, we'll find out when we talk to her. Everybody on Twitch, Twitter, everybody, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Share the live. You know what I mean? If you want to buy a badge, you could buy a badge too, man. We definitely support that. What else, man? Anything you want to bring up, man? I know. Let me look up what else is going on.
I mean, there's so many things going on now. There's a story going on right now. I'm gonna touch on this on my show tomorrow, but we can talk about it today. Women now, according to the New York Post, women are charging men up to $3,000 for failed relationships and bad dates. Did you hear about this story?
Nah. Please enlighten me.
Has anybody heard about this story? Women in New York are charging men for a bad time, a bad date. So basically, women now are charging men who cancel on dates because women are saying they don't want to be wasted their time. So what basically women are requiring men to leave a deposit on a date by way of Venmo and Cash App. And if the date goes well, he'll get the deposit back. But this is really happening. You hear me? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, because you know where I'm going to go with it. Go ahead, bro.
I want to hear where you want to go with it, man. Like, please, enlighten me some more, man. Ladies, are you fucking crazy? What do you put on the memo on the Cash App? Like, you know what I mean? Listen.
It's according to the, listen, man. This is according to the New York Post. This is a real thing. So basically, the lady said, it is a screenshot. Basically, the woman requested, the guy said, "What's your Venmo?" The guy sent her $50, and she said, "You'll get it's a security deposit. If you do everything right, you might get it back." Now, you talking about the ladies. Now, ladies, I don't want to hold ladies accountable because at the end of the day, man, if you're going to let somebody get got, they get got. What's wrong with these niggas, bro? Can you imagine? Now, first of all, let's talk to the fellas and shit. Ladies, when was the last time you paid for a date for a man? Let's start there. That's number one. So now I swipe right on you. You find me attractive. I find you attractive on the dating app. Boom, we go out. I got to take you out, but I got to put a deposit. I don't know if I'm a smash. I got to pay for dinner, buy you drinks, get lit, pick you up. And then I got to be afraid to ask for my deposit back. And niggas are doing it. And that's why women get away with it, because there are men who are actually doing it.
Oh, man. Quickly, I don't mean to interrupt you. I see a legend in the building. Shout to Eric B from Eric B and Rakim.
Salute, King. Yeah. Salute. Salute, King.
The Bells Radio.
Word up,
what?
Eric B passing through in the building, man.
Salute,
legendary
King.
Eric B from Eric B and Rakim. That's my guy. That's
Peace, respect.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Respect, OG.
Yeah, man, definitely.
So basically, because basically the notion is a lot of women don't feel like they want to waste their time. So at the end of the day, they feel like they will secure the date and the commitment of the man committing to what he says he's going to do by getting a deposit. Because women feel like they're wasting their time. And men are doing this for a shot to spend money. Ladies, I don't know. I don't see the chat. How many of y'all have paid for dates the last time you paid for dates? And would you pay for a date? No, you wouldn't. 9 out of 10 of y'all would not pay for a date if a nigga asked you out. Now y'all want us to put a deposit on that. Y'all don't even know if y'all gonna smash us yet. Listen, man, let me say this too. Let me say this to all my fellas. Nah.
Ain't be about to tell y'all.
Nah. I'm good. But let me tell y'all niggas something, man. Especially young guys.
Mama just said they gonna get the Dahmer.
Yeah, I got the Dahmer glasses on. Yeah, these are my Dahmers, my Dahmer glasses. Let me say this, bro. I'm not gonna get crazy on Epps' platform, but I'm gonna say this, bro. To my fellas, to my niggas and shit. Please don't do that, bro. Please, let me say this, man. Women, we always want to talk about women this, women that. But at the end of the day, if men really understood what their value is and didn't allow a woman to dictate their value based on the attention that the woman is giving them. You would not be giving a deposit to a woman for a date, my nigga. You niggas are simps, bro. And at the end of the day, let me say this too, because I'm always say this on my show. Simps. I'm not here to give relationship advice, man. Whatever works for a nigga works for a nigga. I respect it. It's all love. But at the end of the day, for me, what bothers me is that when I see a woman take advantage of a man and the man thinks that it's a normal thing, and a woman's going to do what you let her do, right. But it's a man's responsibility to know who the hell he is. And now women, I mean, this is in New York City, Epps. Imagine in Miami what's going on, my nigga.
And it had to start in New York City, right? It had to start over here, right?
I mean, you go on TikTok, everybody's got their Cash App out. I'm like, why is your Cash App on here? Yo, they killing the game, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the ladies who are hustling all these niggas. Keep getting their money. Keep doing their thing. But when you meet a real one, you know better. Don't even try it, bro. Don't even try it.
And you saw my post the other day, like, you know what I mean? I told women, I was like, yo, it's September 30th. It was take a man out month. Did you take a man out? Like, and it's so sad. A lot of women just ignored it.
Yo, watch this, though. Watch this, Epps. Watch this, ladies. Watch this. Okay, watch this. So I'm old school, right? Man, now, I don't need the woman to pay. But you know what would be nice? If y'all want to, you attempt to go in your wallet, or you attempt to at least pay the tip. That goes a long way. That will separate you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If a nigga take you out, yo, let's go out, let's go somewhere, shit. Offer to pay the tip. Do something. Show a gesture, because a lot of women feel like they're entitled and they don't even have to show a gesture. It's as simple as if I open the door for you, you simply say thank you. I ain't trying to get your number. I'm just trying to be courteous. Then women complain that there's no more gentlemen. But women killed chivalry because you're not responsive to that shit. Y'all like a nigga to ignore you and do dumb shit to you and shit, so.
Why one, John said rub the feet? Ladies.
Why I said my youth? Big up yourself.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man. Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, this shit is crazy out here. So let me ask you this. Yo, watch this. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm going to talk about this on my show tomorrow, too. OnlyFans. Let's talk about this OnlyFans shit. You know, there's a lot of women making millions off this OnlyFans shit. And, you know, there's a lot of consequences that are associated with OnlyFans. A lot of these OnlyFans women are mothers. They have kids, their wives and shit like that. But once you put it out there, you know, I've said some shit on the microphone that I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But when I pop and shit, I know somebody's going to find that 2-minute clip and they're going to bring it out. I'm going to be all over the blogs, but it is what it is. But do you think, Epps, and I'm going to ask the chat too, do you guys think there's consequences we know that there's consequences for women for doing OnlyFans, but are there consequences for men doing OnlyFans as well? Are they the same? Because there's a double standard, but what's your take on that?
I think if you are using OnlyFans in a proper... That he just laughed off rip. And yo, let me be honest with you. Because me, myself, I thought about using OnlyFans. But I said, okay, how can I use OnlyFans?
Right.
I said, okay, put it for example. Let's say if I was still like fucking around with Playhouse, you know what I mean? Had some of those friends. Let me use Remy Red as an example. You know what I mean? Remy Red is very popular and everything. And if I would have told the Remy, come to the crib, come in your bikini, whatever, come in the room right here, and as I'm breaking new music, dance.
Yeah.
I think for me, that's cool. You know what I mean? She's not getting butt naked. We're just listening to new music, and you watching a fat ass with big titties just shaking to the new music. I think you know, I break bread with her. I think that's cool.
Right.
Now, fellas, if there's a fella that decides to, you know, turn on the OnlyFans and probably show his feet and his nipples and stuff. Nah, you're fucking crazy.
So watch this. So we always talk about there's a double standard, ladies. We already know that, right? If you have a son and a daughter, you gotta tell them, you gotta try to make them the best people that they possibly be, but you gotta teach them different things. It is what it is. If a woman has sex with men, multiple men, she has a rotation. Even in 2022, she's still not deemed as valuable or as attractive as a man who's got multiple women, right? It is what it is. We didn't write the rules. This is the way it is. Now, we talk about OnlyFans. A lot of these women are sucking dick. They're doing all types of crazy shit, threesomes and shit like that, and they're making tons of money. And there's consequences for that. But there's a lot of men, too, models and shit like that, influencers that are doing OnlyFans. And I guess I want to know, is the backlash and the consequences just as bad as it is for women? Because once you put it out there, you see a floating picture of my dick, me doing some crazy shit. It's out there, bro. And the people that are close to me and shit, my reputation, you know, if I don't want that to be out there, it's out there. So are you in the chat, are y'all good with niggas doing OnlyFans? Would you date a nigga that does OnlyFans? Would you wife up or link up with a man with a long-term relationship that does OnlyFans?
Good question.
Because they gotta look. Yeah, go ahead. What y'all say about that?
Word. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
You know what I mean? Because your daughter, your son gotta look at you like that. That shit gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. This internet shit is crazy, man. And you know, how do you tell a young girl, your sister, your daughter, to go to school when these broads are making millions of dollars a year for showing their ass, putting on bunny ears on OnlyFans? How do you tell a kid to go to college? You know, Chris Rock said something funny. He said, if you have a daughter, you got to keep her off the pole, right? That's what Chris Rock said. But now you got to hide income capability from your kids, because you tell them to go to school, they're like, man, fuck that. I just want to get on the camera and I'll make more money than you, mom, and everybody, and I'll buy y'all a house. Shit is real.
Right. Hey, man, I agree with some of these guys. I think no is the answer. You know
no. Yeah.
No is definitely the answer. DJ Cricket said the joint's like demon time on Instagram.
Facts. Facts, my nigga. That Gawk 3000 and all that shit. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know?
Oh, man. Congratulations to Rihanna, man. She's about to go take the stage at the Super Bowl. I think that's going to be a very great look. I think it's going to be a epic a show. I think it's going to be a great follow-up after what Dr. Dre did last year. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be awesome. And, you know, I like the Super Bowl. Ever since Jay-Z has gotten a seat at the table, he's really managed to infuse more of an urban feel. Because back in the day, football is the number one pastime over baseball and shit. It's an American sport, and the majority of the football players are African American, but they're usually on the field, right, sweating, getting beat up. So for us to have some representation on the screen on the halftime show to show the world with billions of people watching, urban music is an awesome thing. And I think Jay-Z did a great job by letting people know that because at the end of the day, Epps, you know this, hip-hop is the biggest form of music. K-pop's biting it. Country singers are biting it. Caucasians are biting. So we've influenced the culture. So Jay-Z's putting them on that major stage, man. That's an awesome look for us, man. So, and for people who participate in the culture, you know what I mean?
I think Jay-Z is doing a great job, and we thank Jay-Z for, you know, just doing this for the culture as well, man.
Right.
Stepping in at a good time to make that happen, man. I really appreciate that as a fan, as a, you know, hip-hop lover and everything. Your boy Diddy is giving Gunna some advice inside the cell, man, while you know, he's trying to make attempts to get bailed and bond that out. You know, I think, and you know, I also see a lot of of I see conversations like with Whack and 21 Savage, you know what I mean, trying to say, yo, you know, why are you trying to say this? Why are you trying to say that? You know what I mean? Why are you trying to make me look like an informant and so and so? Man, just me on the other side of the street looking over there, I would just say, all of y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All of y'all need to shut the fuck up. This is Gunna situation. This is Thugger situation. All of y'all that's on Clubhouse, all of y'all that's on Twitter talking about these situations, y'all really need to shut the fuck up. Like, it's none of your business. Y'all adding more fuel to the fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's you know, I'm not a street dude. I've never been a street dude. I was, fortunately for me, you know, my mother worked hard to keep us away from the street. But I know a lot of street dudes, and I ran away from home, so I had to kind of fend myself. So I have some street tendencies, I guess you wouldn't call it. But the street shit's real. You see, content creation, right? Being a content creator, there's a lot of niggas and shit with no pictures, no avatars and shit. They don't even show their face on the mic. They troll you. They say all types of shit. They want to dox you. They want to do some dumb shit. There's a lot of real beef online. But this street shit is real. And when you add the online component to it, like you said, more gasoline to the fire, it can get real dangerous. Again, PNB, RIP. His girl, and it was confirmed that his girl dropped the Addy by accident or on purpose. I don't know, allegedly. And this is what got him laced up. So all these voices, see, not everybody deserves to be on the microphone. Not to say I want to censor people, but people who are listening are so impressionable. We don't think for ourselves because we're allowing Alexa and algorithms to think for us. Everything that we hear, we think is fucking real, right? But not everybody deserves to be on the microphone. So when you got Clubhouse, you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got all this social media shit just hyping the situation, it can escalate real fast, my nigga. And somebody can get hurt. But like you said, I agree with you. Niggas need to mind their fucking business. But like I said, the street shit is real and there's codes to it. I just think there's a lot of posers, niggas that are not really from the street but want to make a name for themselves. They're going to do some dumb shit to try to get some clout, and somebody's going to get hurt. You know what I mean? So.
Shout out to my girl Divine. Shout out to everybody that's in the VR that's paying attention to my show, that's probably broadcasting.
Buying badges too.
Yeah, you know, I'm buying badges as well, man. Divine, I appreciate y'all, man. Badge gang in the building. Your boy DJ Epps with my man AV. We do this on Tuesdays. We talk about situations that's going on. You know, going back to what you were saying about PNB Rock, you know, so obviously, you know, yeah, she did a mistake and dropped the pin, whatever. But at the same time, everybody that blamed her for doing that and said this was her fault, y'all was absolutely wrong. Because obviously, this particular.
Everybody played a role. Everybody played a role.
It was a family affair that plotted this.
Right.
You know what I mean? They knew what they were doing. They knew what was going down. You know what I mean? It wasn't a setup. And even Kodak Black had to issue an apology for assuming that, you know, his girl made a mistake and this and this and this and that. So I think the world owed that lady an apology because that's kind of heavy for something like that, and then the world come down on you and start blaming you and stuff like that. That is kind of tough.
It's definitely tough. It's kind of like the woman who was with Kevin Samuels, RIP to Kevin Samuels, when he died that night, called 911. She had to go into hiding because a lot of people thought that she was the reason and she poisoned him and shit like that. But before we do that, Epps, you know, let me sidebar. I digress. You know, my prayers are going to everybody who had extensive damage from Hurricane Ian. People in Fort Myers, Tampa. Man, I have some friends in Fort Myers. Some in Tampa, man, and it was devastating for them, and they lost their beaches and shit like that. Tons, you know, and my mother from New York, people from New York will text me, yo, you okay? You okay? I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. We in Miami. This is a hurricane party. Niggas from Miami, what we do is we buy liquor and shit. We just chill. We buy junk food and shit. We just chill in the crib, wait for the hurricane to pass. I didn't anticipate for the damage to be so extensive, man. So my prayers go out to all the people that lost some lives and, you know, have to recover, man, because it was some real shit. And we still not over, man. Hurricane season's still underway.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. So please be careful. I too had some friends that had relatives that happened to pass away from the situation. You know what I mean? I had a conversation with a friend of mine that had, the mother and the sister passed away.
Yo, I can't hear you that well. Your mic's on. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
No, I had a friend that was saying that he had a family friend of two that passed away, the mother and the sister. The brother slash son happens to be out of town, so he didn't get caught up in that situation. Damn. It was so sad. I had a girl, a friend of mine, facetious. She was out of electricity for a couple of days. From my understanding, she was dealing with hard times with that situation.
Yeah,
so,
it's
man,
real.
It is real, man, and me and my family was fortunate to go through that. You know what I mean? Fort Lauderdale did catch a wind of a bad storm and tornadoes.
Yeah, nothing crazy though. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Thank God.
Right.
But it's not over. Hurricane season not over, just like AB said. So please, be careful and keep your eyes out. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes out. Any more storms coming your way.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody's talking about this too. We might as well. It's trending. Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen. Looks like it's official. There was a lot of rumors circling that they may be heading for a divorce, and it looks like they both are seeking divorce lawyers. So the story behind Tom Brady from Tampa and Giselle, everybody knows who Tom Brady is, but basically Tom, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, obviously, but he was supposed to retire from football. He was supposed to retire from football because Giselle felt that he wasn't spending enough time with the kids and shit like that. And she had a valid point. And I think Tom was contemplating it, but then Tom decided to go back because remember, he said that he was going to retire, that he came back. And I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And now it appears that they're breaking up. And I think it's a very teachable moment for all of us, man. If you're in a long-term relationship, it's very important, man, that I heard something the other day, and I thought it was awesome for people who are married or for people who are just in long-term relationships. There's a whole thing that they say, happy wife, happy life, right? And, when I'm in relationships, when I was in relationships, whenever I put my partner over me, like entirely, just completely forget about myself. You got a bad bitch, you getting fat, you're not taking care of yourself, you just making her happy. You trying to do everything to make her happy. And when the boy gets bored of you and shit, she leaves your ass, right? And that was a lesson for me. You always want to try to put yourself first, right? You always want to try to put yourself first. But they say happy wife, happy life. But I think I heard something the other day that says happy spouse, happy house. And what that means is if you are in a long-term relationship, I think both of you have to put each other first or take turns, right? Because at the end of the day, I think Tom Brady felt like he was not ready to leave what he was passionate about, and he was torn. He was torn between his wife giving him pressure and his love for the sport. And I think because he chose what he loved for himself, he may be losing his family as a result of that. So what I'm saying to everybody is sometimes you got to make decisions in your life, and you got to choose what makes you happy or what you think you should do as an obligation, whether it's husband, father, etc. And a lot of men feel guilty for choosing themselves, even though most men, real men, quote unquote, put their family first, right? You put your spouse first, you put your kids first, etc. Your girl still looks good and shit, and you just slowly aging away and shit, and you don't even realize why, right? A lot of men don't have hobbies and shit like that. So I think it's very important for men in particular that you have to do what's best for you, and hopefully you can manage by keeping your family together if that's what you want. But if you have to make a decision between your family and what is a passion for you, I think a man should choose his passion and then figure it out from there.
So let me help you out. And nothing against my wife. I'm not.
Yeah, no disrespect. Yeah.
No disrespect. I'm not trying to diss her. But I'm supposed to stop all of this here because of what she wants.
And I'm sure we've all been there. We've all been there. We're like, you going to the gym again, AV? You working again, AV? Epps, you got to go out of town again. But at the same time, it's like women want to tie your hands. They want you to be around, but they want you to have all the money to provide a lifestyle that they want. So it's tough, man.
Listen, if you don't know how to balance your life with your profession, then you're gonna have problems. You got to
make tough choices. Tough choices, yes.
You got to make tough choices. Like, there was once upon a time that I told myself, I don't care for strip clubs no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you outgrew it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, for example, Booby Trap reached out to me, wanted to do something work with me, and gave me a nice bag to do it every week. What am I going to say? No. You know what I mean? Of course she was like, I thought you wasn't going to do it. I'm not, but hey, you know, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
While I can. Yeah, we're not getting any younger. While I can, we gotta chase that bag for us, for you, for me, for the future, because tomorrow's not promised. I agree.
And at the end of the day, you know,
facts.
I'm the umbrella. Just real talk. I'm the umbrella.
You're the franchise player.
You know what I mean? I'm the one that keeps all of this.
You're the LeBron. You're the Tom Brady of the team, right?
Yeah. So, you know, yeah, I think you said it well, you know. And,
it's tough. And let me say this too, Epps. Let me say this too, Epps. Because sometimes, you know, and like you said, I like what you said, no disrespect to anybody. No disrespect to anybody and shit like that. But you got to think about it this way. A lot of times women have their sisters, their mothers on their side, their friends telling them, you got to do what's best for you, girl. A lot of guys don't really have that. If you have friends who are in relationships, who are married and shit like that, they're going to be like, man, it is what it is, bro. You know what it is, because they're just as miserable as you are. So you're not really going to have that support. So at the end of the day, you got to know as a man that if you are in a position like Epps and you're in a position that you're running shit in terms of you're the franchise player, you have to make the decisions for the team and everyone will benefit from the team. Not everybody can be LeBron James. There's some niggas that were at the parade with championship rings that never played a fucking minute in the game. They were bench players all year, but they played their fucking position. A lot of times, women, I'm going to say this to you guys. If you have faith in your man and your man is doing his thing, the best thing for you to do for him is stay out of his way so he can do what he promised or that he's capable of doing for all of you. You can't get in his way, bro. And Tom Brady and guys like that, we always feel guilty and shit, but we wind up losing in the end, man. So you got to do what's best for you, and hopefully your family and people that care for you will understand that what's best for me is going to be best for you. If I win, you going to win.
Right. Total facts. Everybody, if you just chimed in, it's your boy DJ Epps along with my man AV. Shout out to everybody's buying badges. I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Also, if you hit that follow button, we appreciate you on that. Shout out to Swayze Styles. You know what I mean?
Peace, Swayze.
Yeah, we see you. I don't mean to go back to this situation. It was
let's go.
It was last week's story, but at the same time, you know, I took a Tuesday off. You took a Tuesday off. We didn't really get to talk about this, so I'm gonna just leave this kind of like for last. But at the same time, you know, I wanted to talk to somebody, and I couldn't wait to talk to you about it. But we took, like I said, we took the night off.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the comments academics made that kind of disrupted a lot of OGs in the game, including my uncle. Yeah,
Uncle L, shout out to Uncle L. Yeah,
including Uncle L. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I never seen L was so mad. I never seen him so frustrated. Like,
this is a good topic.
Like,
this is
he
good.
He didn't yell. He didn't curse. He didn't.
Sure.
But you could tell the frustration that he had of what he heard, the disrespect that he heard. You know what I mean? So, in case nobody knows and everybody was underneath the rock.
Your mic sounds distorted. I'm sorry, Epps. It sounds a little distorted. I don't know why.
You know what? My bad. How about now?
Oh, perfect. I think it was loose. There you go.
Nah, you know what it is, man. This adapter that I put from my phone to my mixer that has an extension where you could plug in your extra to charge it. It's like when I plug it, it sounds like, you know, it makes noise or So
Gotcha.
I gotta learn not to use that, which I don't know what's the problem, but that's what that was made for.
All love. All right, so this is a good topic to close out the show. So, guys, give me your take. I'll give you mine.
So back to this situation that everybody that if you was underneath a rock, academics went in on some type of interview and was saying that, you know, why most of these OG rappers think they got money, but they don't got money and they looking dusty as fuck. And of course, LL was one of the kings to jump on the grab and straighten academic comment out. You know what I mean? I was hoping that, you know, hopefully we could find them both on the screen together and talk about this situation. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, L said his piece. Academics went on to the Breakfast Club to kind of apologize, but at the same time, he's being academics, you know what I mean? And standing by somewhat his words, but at the same time, you know, just you know, like I said, being academic. Being that I'm still a young OG, and L chose me to be part of Rock the Bells.
Word.
I kind of found it disrespectful.
Okay.
Not in the sense that he was probably calling me dusty, but in the fact that I know what LL contributed to hip hop. I know what LL done, and I know. And he recently even went on a show and told people, you know, Rock the Bells was just something that he wanted to create to highlight the Rockhams, the Big Daddy Kanes, and anybody that you know gave their heart and love to hip hop. It was never about money and everything. So I kind of felt offended for LL, like, yo, dude, you know what I mean? That's not only my uncle, that's not my friend, that's my boss, but you're attacking my guy right here, you know what I mean? So I didn't, and that goes for any other OGs that felt offended, that put, you know, their blood, sweat, tears into hip hop. So, you know, I didn't like it, you know what I mean? You know, I think he was looking for clout. He was clout chasing, or he was just trying to cause some type of reaction to, you know, build or his brand, whatever the case is. What's your thought on it?
Well, you know, I'm gonna give you a little pushback here. You know, when I first heard the comment, my sentiments were yours. Like, this is academic. This is what he does. He triggers people. He wants to get views, and you know, you got to put certain titles and you got to say certain things and shit to get the views. This is a business, right? I heard him on the Breakfast Club, and you know what? I got a lot of respect for him after that entire interview on the Breakfast Club, because although I don't think he went there to apologize, I appreciate a man who stands on his square. I do think that he wanted to clarify. I don't think he was backpedaling about what he said. However, this is something that I've learned, Epps, and I'm sure you're familiar with this as well. Being a content creator, being a public figure, I say a lot of controversial things on my morning show every day on YouTube. And you could take a 2-second, 10-second clip of some shit that I say and just blast that shit on World Star, and I could seem like a fucking demon, right? I could seem like an asshole, and that could change the narrative. That was like a 30-second clip of an entire conversation. Now, academics also said he was not referring to LL. He was not referring to a lot of people. He was referring to some people who are dusty, who are broke. You started hip hop, so why are you broke? I like what LL said. LL said ignorance is bliss. LL said back in the day we didn't have managers. Hip hop wasn't the same. It was at the inception. A lot of people got their masters taken. A lot of people wasn't business savvy. If you're a teenager and you getting some props, you don't know about 360 deals. You don't know anything. You're just excited to just be on the microphone and be in front of the people.
Right.
Academic's total argument, even I don't think he articulated it properly. He was probably on that Henny at the moment because he drinks a lot and he was probably just lit. And I think the joke was taken out of context. And I think that his argument is that basically all these OGs aren't necessarily helping the newer artists because it appears that the OGs have a lot of criticism for the younger artists. So what he's saying is, as opposed to critiquing, why don't you use your longevity and your wisdom to teach the younger guys, right? Now, I side with LL in the sense about his contributions. Everything that LL said was well thought out. He's a veteran. He's not going to say anything to tarnish his brand. Mm-hmm. But I think ultimately, like I said, like with censorship apps and seeing different things, we need to be able to have conversations that are uncomfortable. A lot of men beat their chest. They call themselves alpha and shit. They stunt and shit, but they can't have a conversation without fighting, getting somebody jumped, slapping a nigga and shit like that. So Academics in his lane, Ella as an OG, I think it would be a great thing to see an OG schooling a younger guy, and a younger guy, the younger generation having a voice, giving an OG pushback, because we can learn from the OGs and the young people. And I think there's a very big disconnect. So I don't think his words were articulated properly, but he did not back down. And I think ultimately Academics want the young. I think Academic is the voice for the younger artists, and he's defending his young artists. And Ella is a voice for the older. We got to be able to connect that gap, bro, because if we don't connect that gap, there's always going to be a miscommunication. Just like text. If I text you something, Epps, you may read it wrong and shit, and that's not what I meant. So we definitely need to have those uncomfortable conversations so we can kind of put our heads together so we're not getting robbed out here.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that, man. And like I said, hopefully, things like this can happen. You know what I mean? An OG right. and a young one just getting together and just talk it out and do it for the culture. Right. Man, AV, thank you for passing through again, man. On
appreciate
Tuesday,
you
hanging out with me and all that good stuff, man. Let them know about the morning show again before you get up out of here, man.
Yeah. Shout out to my bro Afi Kingdom Books in the building, my mentor. Let's go. Yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Check me out, Alpha Villains on YouTube. I got a morning show, Finish Your Breakfast with AV tomorrow. We're gonna talk about Red Pill is for kids. I appreciate you, Epps. Shout out to Team Epps. I'll see y'all next week.
You know what it is, AV. Love. You know what it is.
Love. Peace.
Hey, don't forget, man, next week we got Joy from Love and Hip Hop. She's going to be in the building live and direct right here on the DJ Epps and Friends show. Shout out to my girl, Joy. Yeah, man. Hold up 1 second. There we go. Shout out to my girl, Joy from Love and Hip Hop Miami. She will be in the building next Tuesday at 10 o'clock with us. I want you guys to be in the building. You've got questions y'all want to ask her, you're more than welcome to pull up. Everybody on Twitter, YouTube Live, Twitch, Facebook Live, and all that, man. We would love for you to pull up on us Tuesday to watch Joy be on the DJ Epps and Friends show live and direct at 10 o'clock Eastern, like I said, next Tuesday. And don't forget, tomorrow night, we had rescheduled from last week. Washi Fire will be in the building from Major Lazer. Is going to be in the building with me tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We're going to talk to Washi. It's going to be crazy, man. Shout out to my man Washi Fire. Very proud of him and Major Lazer, the whole family. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Saturday Night Ride is going down. Channel 43, Sirius XM, Rock the Bells. Catch me at 9 o'clock. And if you missed that ride, don't forget to ride back at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be crazy. All right, man? Also, tomorrow night, Thursday morning, I'm going to be at the Booby Trap with my man DJ Activo. So if y'all want to pull up, y'all want to be some vampires and hang out with us after hours, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, 6 a.m., you're more than welcome to pull up on us and come have some Booby Trap fun with us. You know how that goes. What else? What else? Colombia. Yes, Cartagena, Colombia, December 1st to the 5th. Yeah, we're gonna be in the building, man. Yeah. Colombia, Cartagena, Chateaumoux Travel. They're gonna be in the building as well, man. I need y'all to pull up on us. It's gonna be crazy in Colombia. DJ Epps, first time in Colombia, shutting it down. It's gonna be a problem. Indie Thursdays this Thursday. Mookie Montano will be in the building this Thursday. It's going to be crazy for Indie Thursdays. You don't want to miss out on that. All right, man. Yeah, we're about to have some fun. Also, don't forget on Indie Thursdays this Thursday, Jay Walker celebrating his birthday this weekend. I'm gonna be at his birthday bash in Hollywood, Florida this Saturday, but he will be on my show this Thursday to talk about what's gonna go down at his birthday bash. So pull up on Indie Thursdays with Jay Walker and Mookie Montano. Now, New York City, Philly, New Jersey next week, DJ Epps Weekend Tour. I'm gonna be at that Melody, New York City on Friday. Artist Experience 2 on New Jersey, on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll be in Philly at Lou and Shoes, man. So I'm going to be all around up top New York, man. Let these motherfuckers know. Weekend tour, October 14th to the 16th. I'm going to be around. So if you're in the area, pull up on me, man, and we're going to have some fun, all right? All right, man. It's time for me to get up out of here, man. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for commenting. Thank you. Jess, I see you. Jess was popping. The real Mark Payne, my family in the building. Yeah, man, I thank you guys for pulling up on me on a Tuesday night. You know what it is, man. We have discussions with AV, Alpha Villain, and we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I want you guys to have a good night, blessed night, and have a great week, all right? You know what it is. DJ Epps signing off. Peace out. Love y'all.
DJ Epps.